Environmentally sustainable sanitary options. Let's start with the problem. Rural and urban people need to deal with their soiled sanitary pads and tampons every month. Most sanitary items are disposable, and government authorities struggle to find a way to handle the staggering amount of sanitary waste generated every month. So the problem begins with the potential side effects of disposable sanitary hygiene products. Sanitary pads being plastic create a favourable environment for the growth of bacterial and fungal infections. Tampons, if left inside longer than recommended, can begin to adhere to the linings of the vaginal wall. On removal and reinsertion of a subsequent tampon, micro scratches may occur, which can lead to infections, such as toxic shock syndrome. As a result of these factors, it is recommended that you change pads every 4 to 8 hours or tampons every 3 hours. This creates an environmental problem. About 22 disposable sanitary items are used per period. The average person will use over 11,000 disposable pads and tampons in their lifetime. If you use disposable pads and tampons, you'll be throwing away on average 1 shopping bag of plastic fibres and wrappers each cycle. So at an average of 13 cycles per year, that's 13 shopping bags of rubbish per menstruating person per year. The maths continues and can become quite overwhelming, but in summary, if each person menstruates for around 30 to 40 years, and there are over 6 million Australian and New Zealand menstruators every month, the result is an astronomical amount of landfill and waterway pollution and money wasted. Unfortunately, up to 90% of sanitary napkins is plastic, backings, adhesive strips, dry weave top sheet, with the core being wood pulp treated with absorbent chemicals to boost the wood pulp's drying effect. Tampons revolutionised period care in the 1960s, but they aren't as great as we once thought. Did you know that 35% of what is absorbed by a tampon is actually healthy vaginal secretions? This can leave you dry and more prone to thrush and irritation. Major brands of tampons are made from conventionally grown cotton, which can be exposed to synthetic fertilizers, herbicides, pesticides, and defoliants. Tampons contain dioxins due to the bleaching process. Dioxins and furans are toxic or poisonous substances which have been linked to cancer, endometriosis, immune system suppression, pelvic inflammatory disease, reduced fertility, and changes in hormone levels. Vaginal dryness and ulceration can occur when someone uses a tampon that is too absorbent for their menstrual flow. This can leave little scratches on the vaginal walls that may allow bacteria to enter the bloodstream, leading to toxic shock syndrome. There is also some back absorption into the tampon of pool, sea, river water when swimming via the string. This is why it's recommended to change your tampon straight after you come out. So out with one tampon and in with another tampon which is dry and into an already dry and irritated vagina. Because sanitary waste contains blood, it should be disposed of as biological waste. This means it has to be specially treated or incinerated before it can be sent to landfill. While some people wrap pads and tampons in plastic or paper and throw them away along with domestic garbage or in sanitary bins, a vast number still flush them down the toilet. Approximately 192 million pads and tampons end up in our wastewater each year and have to be removed and treated. The treatment costs millions of litres of clean water each year. In the last decade, about 80% of young people aged between 11 and 24 years who live with their parents would flush their pads and tampons down the toilet, because alternative disposal can be smelly, messy, and embarrassing. Up to 75% of blocked drains are caused by disposable sanitary items. This doesn't take into account what flushed items are doing in our natural waterways and sea life. If sanitary waste does make it to landfill, its future really isn't much better. Pads take 300 years to break down in landfill, and tampons take from 6 months to 5 years to break down. Sure, pads and tampons can make beautiful things, but these current sanitation methods are outdated, primitive, and physically restrictive for a person to reach their full potential and to participate comfortably in all of life's activities. These forms of hygiene have not really evolved since our grandmother's day. Let's look at the solution. Let's look at some of the safe and sanitary alternatives to conventional pads and tampons that a lot of people worldwide have embraced. There are 4 main options for environmentally friendly periods: biodegradable pads and tampons, reusable period underpants and reusable cloth pads, and menstrual cups. Biodegradable single-use pads and tampons. These are a good option if you really can't stand the thought of using reusable items or want to take it as a stepping stone for a greener alternative. There are a number of brands on the market and more options being made available each year. Just be aware though that although some products advertise as being biodegradable pads, they may contain plastics that do break down. They will usually break down into microbeads, which end up in our marine life and waterways. Check the packaging to see what products they contain. Also, cotton is a very environmentally unfriendly crop. It is now recognised that conventionally grown cotton causes great harm both to the environment and to the cotton industry workers. Each crop uses a huge amount of water, pesticides and insecticides, and this mix is unhealthy to people that come into contact with the chemicals and widespread pollution by soaking into water tables. Organic cotton is grown without chemicals, but still uses enormous unsustainable resources. Reusable period pants. Period pants are underwear that are leak-proof, odour-absorbing, moisture-wicking, and reusable. They are made from stain-resistant antimicrobial fabrics such as bamboo, sports merino, and microfiber, and period pants offer protection against sweat, light bladder leaks, menstrual onset, menstrual overflow or spotting, discharge and odour, and come in a variety of absorbencies from light up to heavy, so can hold between half a tampon to 2 tampons worth of menstrual fluid, depending on the absorbency level of the pants that you choose. They come in a few styles and colours. Period underwear should last just as long as any other pair of underwear. Cloth pads. Reusable cloth pads come in a variety of shapes, colours, sizes and absorbencies, but all have the following features: a waterproof backing made from PUL or polyurethane laminated material, an absorbent material in the core such as hemp fabric, bamboo velour or cotton fleece, and a soft cotton top fabric. You will need around 6 to 12 cloth pads to cover you during your cycle. Simply rinse in cold water, then soak in a container with cold water. An ice cream container with a lid works well. When ready to wash, wash them within 48 hours of soaking, otherwise the water in the container will get smelly. Simply drain and rinse off the pads and put them into the washing machine. You can wash them with your usual laundry. One cloth pad should last at least 5 years with proper care. They are fine to use for your whole cycle. Not sure if cloth pads are for you? Why not start with 3 in your drawer? Try them at home and then use disposables when out. Or use cotton tampons and a mix of cloth pads. You will still be reducing waste, saving money, and it's a great introduction to reusable products. Menstrual cups. These are the most cost-effective and environmentally friendly option of them all. They come in a variety of colours and sizes to suit flow. Menstrual cups are made from 100% medical silicone, which means that they are hypoallergenic or low allergy. Cups are worn internally like a tampon, but can hold around 2 to 4 times as much fluid as a tampon. And a menstrual cup only needs to be emptied when it is full, or every 12 hours, so you can actually wear it to bed and sleep the whole night through. A menstrual cup can be used by all menstruating people, including teenagers and those who haven't had intercourse. Cups are easy to clean and use, and best of all, one cup lasts up to 10 years. Savings. So let's do the maths. This maths is much more cheerful than the maths we did earlier. This works out how much money you can save by using reusable sanitary items. Let's say that your disposable sanitary hygiene products will cost you around $15 per cycle. This is for a light flow. $15 times 13 cycles per year is $195 spent on disposables every year. Cloth pads will cost from $200 to $300. One menstrual cup costs around $55 and lasts for around 10 years. 10 years of disposables will cost nearly $2,000. What a saving! The choice is yours. Hopefully now you will have enough information to make informed decisions about your menstrual hygiene options. Choose thoughtfully, there is a lot to consider.